Hi guys, I'm here today to talk to you about how to work on the product puzzle. I'm not actually going to show you how to solve it because that's up to you, but I'll show you how to get started. For this video, you're going to need a glossary and the pencil, and for solving the product puzzle itself, you'll need the product puzzle sheet, which looks like this. You'll also find it handy to have a calculator. You'll need a pencil and you'll need some scratch paper. Okay? First, let's talk about a vocabulary word. So get out your glossary and pause the video if you need to copy down this vocabulary word, factorization. This is also known as a factor string. Basically, it's a string of numbers that are multiplied together to get some target number. So sometimes a factor string might be short and only have two numbers, like in the example 3 times 20. That's a factorization or a factor string for the number 60. Sometimes they can be quite long. An example given in your glossary here is 2 times 2 times 15. That also equals 60. 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 15 is 60. So it's another way to list the products of the factors, of the number 60. You could get even longer and split the 15 into 3 times 5. And then you would end up with 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. And that factor string would have 4 factors in it, but it would still equal 60. Okay, once you've copied that down, let's talk about how to play the product puzzle itself. So the product puzzle, this particular one, has a target number of 840. So your goal, as you are working through the puzzle, is to try to find all the different factor strings that equal 840. So you can connect numbers vertically, horizontally, or diagonally, and you can even change direction in your string. Your string doesn't have to go like straight diagonal or straight vertical or straight horizontal. I'll show you what I mean. I'm looking at this grid of numbers here, and I can see right away that 420 times 2 would equal 840. So I'm going to connect those two. How you choose to connect them is up to you. Some people circle, some people color in these two boxes. Eventually, your grid is going to be so full of lines that you really want to find a method that is going to be clear and help keep you organized so that you remember which number you're multiplying together. So I have 420 times 2. Now comes my scrap paper. I have a paper here that has 2 factors, 3 factors, 4 factors. You'll want to even add 5 factors, 6 factors, maybe even 7, because you don't know how long the longest factor string of 840 is right now at this point. This is to help you keep your factor strings organized. So the one that I just found was 2 times 420. It has 2 factors in it, so I'm going to put it under the 2 factor column. You'll also want to find a way to organize your strings. When I have 2 factors, it won't be that hard to scan through the list and see if I have a duplicate, if I already have the factor string written down. But when I get 4 or 5 factors, you'll need a way to quickly see if you already have that string or if you're just finding a repeat. So what I would recommend is start with the smallest number in the string and then go up to larger numbers as you go. That way, when you are looking at your list, you'll kind of have a way to have those factor strings organized. That's why I put the 2 before the 420, even though on my paper I saw the 420 first. Okay, so I'm going to keep looking. I know that, oh, look at that. 2 times 210 times 2 also equals 840, because 2 times 2 equals 4, and 4 times 210 equals 840. So that's a 3 factor string. I'm going to record that over here under 3 factors. 2 times 2 times 210. And you can see what I mean in this example when I said they can change directions. You don't have to have them all in a row vertically or horizontally for it to count. Let's see if I can find 1 or 2 more. Let's see. Oh, I know that 7 times 3 is 21. So 70 times 3 is 210. I had 210 times 4 over here, and I have a 4 connected to this 3, so I can make 70 times 3 times 4. And there's another 3-digit factor string. 3 times 4 times 70. And I'll keep looking, and I see that 3 times 4 equals 12, and 12 is next to 70, so I can make a 2-factor string, 70 times 12. And I'll record that over here. So far I haven't had to check anything on a calculator, but this is, you can see why it would be handy to have a calculator. Some of these numbers are not easy to multiply in your head, especially when you get a really long string going. And also, you'll see what I was saying about how it's important to keep your lines clear and distinct and separate from each other, because some of these numbers are going to be used over and over again, and you don't want to mix up where they go, like what they go with. All right, so good luck.